Ladies and gentlemen, everyone knows there hasn't been a lot of good that's come of COVID. But one silver lining I have to say that I personally enjoyed is watching these fraudsters get caught by the it's like a mousetrap almost, that was the PPP loans. I mean, I'm convinced that maybe this was a CIA or FBI hit job on fraudsters, because basically it went like this. I mocked up a little image for you guys, okay? Because they set out this bait, super easy to get, PPP loans, you can lie, you can get as much money as you want, basically. And then it's all the fraudsters, they're just licking their chops, like, they're loving the idea of free money. And then the DOJ's like, I mean, I swear, dude, I read the DOJ's website regularly now. Businessmen read the newspaper. I read the DOJ's press releases. That's what I do. That and the SEC. Because it's so crazy. The high drama, the people they catch are such characters. And that's what I want to talk about today. That's what this show is dedicated to. Welcome to the PPP Chronicles. Roll the intro.
Something like to lie about the size of their PPPs and they will be caught. Oh, they will be caught. And if you have a small PPP, that is okay. But you must not lie to the government, not the government. Maybe a new girlfriend. Welcome to the PPP Chronicles.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Martin Cow. He's from Hawaii, and he has been accused of stealing or scamming, whatever you want to call it, $12 million from banks in federal stimulus money. You'd never expect it. Look, he just looks like a nice little businessman. He runs a little defense contractor company.
Martin Cow received over $12.8 million of Paycheck Protection Program funds for Navitech through fraud.
Yeah, that's going to get you on the show, for sure. When I started looking into his case more, I was actually fascinated by this dude. Because the fact he really thought he was going to get away with this. And when you read the court case, it's insane. Because this is one of those guys, and I love when people think that they're powerful and they're not. He's one of those guys who thinks he has political clout and political power because he's donated a few $100,000 to political campaigns. Now, nothing wrong with that. And it may give you a little shout out from a small-time mayor or something. But that ain't big money. You know, the people we sometimes cover on this show, some of them do have real political power. People like Amway. Dude, are you kidding? Betsy DeVos, heiress to the Amway name. I mean, she's literally the Secretary of Education. That's real political power. This guy, though, thinks he has political power, but doesn't. So I got to show you this case file because I swear, dude, this guy is like a male Karen, okay? Because the banks who he's submitting loans through, they're starting to give him trouble as he's trying to fraudulently get COVID money. They're starting to ask for a bunch of documentation, and he's not happy about it. And the reason for that is simple. He lied about how many employees he had to try to get more money from the government. So he's real nervous when they're processing his application. He's worried that he's not going to get the money. And so he starts to try to flex on him. He starts to pull the Karen move of calling your boss, calling your manager, or in this case, name dropping a senator. Cal stated that he works very closely with specified U.S. senators, and he expected to provide an update shortly to each of them. So he's saying, guys, hey, by the way, you know, you bank who's trying to approve my loan, I work with the people who made this law, right? Cal stated that he strongly urged the CPB to process his company's application as quickly as possible. This is the kind of guy who can never stop bringing up at a dinner party that he knows a senator. He's very close to the senator. Then 5 days later, okay, it's not even that long later, he gets a little antsy. And he goes, I just got off a couple calls with a U.S. senator and member of Congress. They specifically asked about the status of our PPP loan application and were very adamant about stepping in if our application was stalled. Oh yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. Yeah, they actually want to personally intervene on my behalf. Dude, this guy thinks that just because he gave a senator a little bit of money, he controls them. And this is the thing about power. You often find that the people who are on the biggest power trips have only gotten a small amount of power. He's the CEO of a defense contractor. Yeah, he maybe has donated a little bit of money, but this is not a man who's so well connected that he can get anything done. So again, 3 days later, this guy intervenes again. Obviously, must be someone that's making the executive decision to form this committee. Who's this person at the CPB? Where's your manager? Where's your manager? Is he or she willing to get on a call with Congress? This guy's unbelievable. They will be happy to make it unequivocally clear what the rules are. In other words, if you guys don't approve our loan application, expect a call from the big guy upstairs. Okay? Expect a call from my lawyer. Listen, you guys have been complaining about these Karens because I know they have videos of them.
I don't want them in my neighborhood. You go to Indian Wells, you don't see lawlessness.
It doesn't matter. Then
It
call
does
the
matter.
cops.
It brings
Have
down
them-
quality of life.
You're not a police officer. You're not a police officer.
Excuse me, I'm a
You let-
citizen.
you
I
let
have
the
a right
police
to
officers-
speak.
But if you can do a little bit of imagination, this guy's way worse. Martin Cow is like twice as bad. He's not saying, where's your manager? He's saying, you don't get this done. I'm calling the senator. I know the senator. I'm calling the senator. Yeah, I'm calling the senator. Seriously, put yourself in this guy's shoes. Like, imagine the scenario. He keeps going back and forth with them like every day. He's like, hey, I need this proved right now. And by the way, here's the funny thing. He's extremely entitled for someone who's lied about his employment records, according to the DOJ. And this is my favorite part. To perform the above should take minutes, not days. The bank has zero risk. I'm not barking at you. Yes, you are. You're absolutely, but you've been harassing these people for days. I'm just relaying a message from one of the highest authorities possible in Hawaii. Can you make sure this message gets to the correct person? This is a male Karen, guys. Again, I know we all watch this person because it's the spectacle.
You're a devil! Get away from me! Get away from me! He puts his hands on me!
But Martin Cow is like 6 times as bad. Can you imagine committing fraud and then getting impatient that your fraud hasn't been committed fast enough? If I committed fraud, I'd be like, hey, you guys take all the time you need. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I hope they don't find out, but I can't believe I'm getting away with this. I wouldn't say, hey, can you hurry up? Hey, I got to take my kids out on a globe trotting vacation, and I'm kind of relying on this money. What's going on here? Hey, what's happening? You're crazy, dude. This is psychotic. He goes, the senator is suggesting a conference call with his banking committee and SBA staff director. She helped write the PPP rules. Hey, can you please get this done with? So yeah, that's basically it. I'll leave the lawsuit or the complaint letter in the description below. You can read it all if you want. It's amazing. Like I said, I love watching people who think they have power get taken down a peg. I mean, you can bet that if this were Amway or somebody with real political clout, you'd never hear about this. But this guy doesn't. He's given a few $100,000. He thinks he's a big guy. He thinks he can flex. And at the end of the day, they're going to call this senator, and I don't know what she's going to say, but it's probably going to be like, hey, Martin who? Huh? That tiny donor? No. Click. I hope you enjoyed this bit of instant karma. Thanks for watching. And as always,
don't forget to smash like and subscribe. Thank you.